My name's Mark Perkins. I am an assistant professor of educational research and assistant dean. I'm also a data scientist, but I've been able to use Canvas API keys with Python and R, and my objective is to obtain an API token that allows me to pull data from all of the courses in my college. And this is proving to be a very complicated request. And so I was asked to make this video. And so I'm going to show you what I do. And then you can move on from there. And so as you can see, I have my own account with my own courses, but I also have an administrative account, right? And so let's go to my account first. So if I go to my account and I go to settings, through the standard procedure, I can generate an API token. And I'll talk about how I use that token in a second. But at this point, this token only pulls my courses. Well, that seems to kind of make sense because it's under my settings and I'm on my account and not on my admin console. But what I need is a token that pulls things that I can access from my admin. And so I click on admin, and as you can see, I don't have an API token option in these. And if I go to settings, I only have admins. And if I click on my name, I get a list of courses that I teach. Okay. And so the only token I can get from Canvas at this point is one through the account and settings. Now, there may be another way to get it, and that's what I'm interested in. And I'm interested in detailed information on how to get it. Okay? Because the way that I use these things, and I'll show you in a second, might be a little bit different than using REST API. But as you can see, I have access to every course ever since the fall of 2014 in the College of Education. And essentially my goal would be to use an API token to pull data in R or Python from any of these courses. Okay? And so what I have been doing is I've been going to the only place I can get an API token, which is under settings. And I've been generating API tokens, and you can see I've generated them to do KCREP, which is an accreditor, reporting, which is why I need these data, right? I've also used them to get rubric data using REST API and Python. And so then I generate a token, and I generated one a couple days ago that I set to expire at the end of the calendar year. Okay? And then what I do is I go into R, which you're looking at now, and R has a package called R Canvas. I have the API tokens cryptically sitting on a encrypted.csv that's, dual locked and etc. I have R linked to that, and then I pull that API token. Now what I have going on this is I have the API tokens of 2 to 3 different faculty members in our counseling, each on different rows. And I programmed R to loop through them and iteratively pull their data. And so I just want to make sure this also uses some SQL and things, but I want to make sure I downloaded my packages, and I do have them up here too, my libraries for R, right? But this is the R Canvas package. Python has more capability than R, but I like to use R to pull gradebook data. The reason why I pull gradebook data is because we can link individual assignments with specific outcomes or key performance indicators of those assignments, and it prevents us from having to go into Canvas LMS and manually type in our data on Excel. And so this particular coding string is going to loop me through all the APIs on this .csv file and use this domain, which is University of Wyoming's website, and pull the gradebook data from every course under every API, and then, or not, it's going to pull the course list from every course, every API, and it's going to use these two packages, readr and tidyr, to write them into a single course file list. Then, from this course file list, I end up with a course ID, and then this loops through each of the courses in each of the each of the API keys, and then generates a massive database of all the assignments ever done within that time frame. And here I have it set to go between July 31st, 2022, and then mid-April. So really, that's just going to capture all of our spring 24 courses from basically our fall 22 courses, which is what we have to report on. Okay, and so I'm not going to pull this because this takes some time. Okay, this takes a lot of processing time, and I actually have a special computer to do that. But I'm going to show you on this what happens. So if I hit run, it tells me we processed it for me, we processed it for Paul, who's a professor of counseling. Okay, and so it looped through both of those relatively quickly, and then it created a file called combined courses, and I can just click on that right here, and you can see that the only courses that I can pull are the ones that I've taught. So that's all that API is allowing me to do. If I had an API key that linked me to all the courses in the College of Education, I would not have to create an API file with each instructor's name on each row. I would not have to loop it. All I would have to do is go get course list, and then boom, I would get a list of all the courses in the College of Education. But since my API does not cover that, I can't do it. And so that's what I'm doing. And so it'd be really useful if, as the Assistant Dean of Data and Assessment, etc., where I have to report on these things, that I could just get an API key that allows me to pull all of them. And so I hope Instructure can help me with that. And that's about it. And I appreciate your time, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.